Keystone G Short, all stations. I will be calling the Friday night fun net in exactly 5 minutes at 8 o'clock. Kerry Tatlow will be live streaming and recording the net. Repeating, I will be calling the Friday night fun net in exactly 5 minutes at 8 o'clock. This will be the special Winter Field Day edition. This is Keystone G Short. Before we stand by for the net. CQ Winter Field Day, CQ Winter Field Day, this Whiskey 9 Foxtrot, Whiskey 9 Foxtrot Field Day. CQ Winter Field Day, CQ Winter Field Day, this Whiskey 9 Foxtrot, Whiskey 9 Foxtrot, Winter Field Day. We copy 1 Alpha South Carolina, please copy 1 Hotel Illinois, QSL. 7-3, good luck. Good evening, everybody. It's 8 o'clock. And welcome to this special Winter Field Day edition of the Friday Night Fun Net on the W9AXZ repeater in Rockford. My name is Jim. My call is K9 GCR. I'm located here in Freeport. I'll be your host this evening. The purpose of having this net is what the name implies, have fun. This is what this hobby of amateur radio is all about, in addition to providing emergency communications if when the situation warrants. A secondary purpose of this net is to provide the owner a meeting place for all amateur radio operators. Everybody's welcome to check in. You do not have to be a member of any club, organization, group, or association to participate in this net. All you need is a valid FCC license. This net meets each and every Friday evening at 8 p.m. This is the Friday Night Fun Net with the Jimmy Dorsey, K9 at the GCR. It's live stream on YouTube at youtube.com/Kerry Tatlow. You don't need to register for YouTube or Facebook to listen to this live stream. Just go to YouTube and then search for Kerry Tatlow live stream. Kerry, Kilo, Echo, Romeo, Yankee, Tatlow, Tango, Alpha, Tango, Lima, Oscar, Whiskey. You should find tonight's Fun Net live stream listed there. Click it and listen in. Okay, for those of you who are not, if you don't have the capability to get into YouTube or anything like that, and if you're too far away from the repeater, you can't hear it, you can give me a call on the Friday Night Fun Net Central Hotline, area code 815-232-FN, 232-3636. The local Freeport number will take your check-in over the phone, but try to check it on the radio if at all possible. Okay, here's what we're going to do. First, we're going to take short time check-ins. I had one early bird check-in, N9DLB, Dave here in Freeport, and Kerry, K9MAP, checked in early today. I already got him checked in. He's live streamed the net, but he's staying indoors. He's not going outside. He usually transmits when he's in his mobile, but he's not going outside tonight because of the weather. Who can blame you? Be extra careful. Let me reset. Okay, here's what we're going to do. First, we're going to take a short time of mobile check-ins. If you got something else going on that you can't stay for the net, or you got a TV show you want to watch, or you got a family get-together, you're just driving and passing through the area, you'd rather concentrate your driving. I'll take your short time of mobile check-in, but and if you have traffic, we'll do your traffic right away. After that, we'll take general check-ins. As I stated, this is a special Winter Field Day edition of the Friday Night Fun Net. I'm going to ask everybody, are you going to be participating in Winter Field Day? So I understand the Beloit Amateur Radio Club has canceled its Winter Field Day activities for tomorrow. I made the suggestion, why don't you have it at a later date, have it as a special event. Call it Winter Field Day Late Edition. Winter Field Day is not an ARRL sanctioned event. I doubt if anybody sends in their reports to ARRL headquarters in Newington, Connecticut. So that's what I suggested. And have your Winter Field Day either next weekend or whenever, and just call it a Winter Field Day Late Edition. And hey, anybody checks in, explain to them what the situation was. This This was a date which, an event which was canceled because of the cold weather. So, okay. Okay. With all the so-called formalities out of the way, let's get underway. Do we have any short time on all stations? I'd like to check tonight's net. Please go on.
KD9QPP, Brian and Roscoe checking in short time.
KD9QVB, Brian and Roscoe got checked in short time. Are you going to be involved in Winter Field Day?
Well, Jimmy, as you know, I was part of the group that made the decision to put that off, but I may do some at home here, so I've been thinking about that. If I do that, I have to go online and download the logging software for N3FJP for Winter Field Day, so that would be something I'd do in the morning if I'm going to participate. Over.
Okay, sounds good. Like I said, you guys get together, reschedule it, have call it a special event. Like I said, I might suggest this. Call it Winter Field Day late edition. If anybody says anything, tell them why you're doing it. Brian, 7-3, thanks for checking in. And any other short time remote stations you want to check in, please go on out.
AC9NW, Tom and Roscoe, short time, no traffic.
AC9NW, okay, Tom, quick, Roscoe, quick question, are you going to be involved in Winter Field Day?
Probably not this year.
Okay, Tom, thanks for checking in, Southern, have a good evening. Thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun. And any more short time on both stations you want to check in, please go on out.
Yeah, Jimmy, this is Whiskey 9, Whiskey Bravo Bravo, Stephen Rockford, short time, no traffic.
Whiskey 9, Whiskey Bravo Bravo. Got you checked in, Steve. Quick question, are you going to be involved in Winter Field Day?
Not this year. I don't happen to have the HF equipment to do it, but perhaps next year. With that, Whiskey 9, Whiskey Bravo Bravo, clear.
Okay, Steve. Thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun in. Enjoy your evening, enjoy your weekend. Thanks for checking in. Don't go out unless you're absolutely positively have to. Okay. Any more short time on most states you want to check in, please go on out. Okay, we've had 3 short time stations checked in. We'll now move to general check-ins. Do we have any general check-ins for the Friday Night Fun net? Please call KSNGC.
I'll jump in there, WX9 Roby.
WX9RLT, good evening, Ricky. Thanks for checking in. I'll get back to you in a few minutes roundtable. You might want to increase your audio a little bit. I'm sure you're on an HT. But if you would, try to increase your power or what have you. I'll get back to you in a few minutes roundtable. Thanks for checking in. Any more general check-ins for the Friday Night Fun net? Please go on. You might want to repeat your traffic slowly. Let's try that one more time. 198CX. N9HVX, Kurt in Belvedere. Okay, Kurt, I've got you checked in. I'll get back to you in a few minutes around table. Thanks for checking in. Any more general check-ins of Friday Night Fun net? Please go on out.
This is KB9ZDD, Mike out by Davis.
AB9ZDD, Mike out by Davis, Illinois, here in Stevenson County. Okay, Mike, I got you checked in. I'll get back to you in a few minutes around table. Thanks for checking in. Any more general check-ins for the Friday Night Fun net? Please go on out.
N9BWM.
9BWM, Bruce and Robert. Okay, Bruce, I've got to check in. I'll get back to you a few minutes for the roundtable. Thanks for checking in. Any more general check-ins for Friday Night Fun Net, please go on.
Kilo, Echo 9, Echo Oscar India, Bobby Cherry Valley.
Kilo Echo 9, Echo Oscar India. Bobby in Cherry Valley is a new kid on the block here in the area. He got his we first got on the air last Sunday afternoon. Mark K9COB was his first contact, and I was the second contact. Welcome to the Friday Night Fun Net, Bobby. This net me teach every Friday evening at 8 p.m. on this repeater. I'll get back to you a few minutes at the round table, and thank you for checking in. Any more general check-ins on Friday Night Fun Net, please go on.
Kilo 0, Delta Zulu K0 STZ Rockford.
K0 SDZ, K0 San Diego Zoo. Okay, Bill, I've got you checked in. I'll get back to you a few minutes round table. Thank you for checking in. Any more general check-ins on Friday Night Fun Net, please go on. One more time. Any more general check-ins on Friday Night Fun Net, please call K9GCR. Okay. All we got a good turnout for a good start for the roundtable. WX9RLT Ricky. I haven't heard you on the radio in a while. What's going on with you? And are you going to be participating in Winter Field Day this weekend?
Good evening, Jimmy, and everybody on the net. Not too much going on here, just like everybody else, just kind of hibernating and getting through the winter here. As much as I'd love to be participating in the field day, I'm not going to be able to. But I do look forward to hearing who is going to be participating and how they're going to be participating and all that good stuff. So, send it back to you, Jimmy. Much appreciated for having me. And, yeah, definitely good hearing from you, bud. WX9 RLT, back to you, Jimmy.
Okay, sounds good, Rick. Thanks for checking in. Yeah, I'm going to be involved in Winter Field Day. Only I'm going to be operating for my home QTH. I'm going to be scanning the band. I'm going to see if I hear a station. I'm going to write down the information, and I'm going to try to check in. That's how I always do it. For 2 years in a row, I had 19 check-ins for Winter Field Day. I would love to surpass that this year. So, okay, sounds good. And just for information, Ricky, I have not heard anything, but as far as I know, that Sky War meeting is going to take place tomorrow. I believe, I don't know what time, at 10 a.m. or 11 a.m. or something like that. I've not heard from Joe K9JPQ whether or not he's still going to have or not. I thought I just pass along to you just for your information.
Yeah, hopefully he'll check in the net and keep us updated. So much appreciated there, Jimmy. Back to you, WX9 RLT. Thank you.
Okay, sounds good, Ricky, and thank you for checking in. N9HVX, Kurt, what's going on with you? Are you going to be involved with Winter Field Day this year?
I'm just trying to be informed, and no, I won't be participating. But we listen to everybody with the forecast, how it's going.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, the only other field day activity that's going to take place is at Belvedere. I don't know, as far as I know, it's still on. I've not heard about any cancellation. Greater Boyd Ave Radio Club has canceled their Winter Field Day, so we'll see what happens. Kurt, thank you for checking in. All right. KB9ZDD. Mike, what's going on with you? Are you going to be participating in Winter Field Day this weekend?
Good evening, Jimmy and the net. Not a whole lot going on out this way. It's cold, so we're inside, but we got everybody, all the animals put to bed, and they're all comfy cozy, so they'll be all right. We're not going to be involved in Winter Field Day. We actually, our littlest has got a tumbling meet, so we'll be there, and I will miss it all. But it's not something I've participated in the past, so I don't know that I'll miss it.
Okay, sounds good, sounds good. We will be doing Friday Night Fun Net Trivia here in a few minutes. Is Charlotte around?
Well, she's actually kind of oval if you look at her from the top, but yeah, I'll see if she's interested. She's already listening, but has decided not to speak yet.
All right, it'll be a few minutes before we get underway. So, Mike, thank you for checking in. Now we hear from the new kid on the block, Bobby. KE9EOI, Kilo Echo 9, Echo Oscar India in the Cherry Valley. Bobby, welcome to the Friday Night Fun Net. Now, I know you're a new ham, so you probably will not be involved in the Winter Field Day, but how do you like this wonderful hobby so far? Bobby, if that's you, you might want to increase your power on that HD. I'm getting nothing but noise, nothing but static here. Try that one more time. You might want to increase your power and change the location. Unable to copy it, Bobby. You might want to go to a different location or maybe increase your power. Let's try that one more time.
Alright, is this better?
It's better. Stand still and don't move an inch. Just stay right there. Go ahead with your traffic, please.
Enjoying the hobby, getting more and more used to remembering the old call signs using CMR as an amateur. I will not be participating tomorrow, but I will be going to the Skywarn meeting in the morning.
Okay, sounds good. We copy that. Okay, I'll get back to you in a few minutes. We'll have a second roundtable here going on here. Thanks for checking in, Bobby in Cherry Valley, KE9EOI, then with a new kid on the block here in Winnebago County. Now, K0SDZ, K0 San Diego Zoo. What's going on with you, Bill? Are you going to be involved in Winter Field Day?
K0SDZ, Rockford, and welcome to Bobby. I've been licensed for over 65 years and still enjoying the heck out of it, and hope that you will have a lot of fun with amateur radio. So welcome to the hobby and to this august group of hams that meet here on this repeater. Okay, Bill here, and incrementally, piece by piece, baby steps, I'm getting the pieces together to get on HF, and I need to do a little work on figuring out how to do the grounding for the station. Other than that, I think I'm ready to, we've got just everything hooked up, did a little work with connecting the power supply today, making some power leads and stuff like that. So I'm about ready to get up on HF. I will not be participating with the group on brief reset here. I will not be participating with any group for Winter Field Day, but may be able to work a station or two and in trying to get my HF station up and running. That's about the size of it here. Thanks for doing the net, Jimmy. Back to you, K0SDZ.
You're welcome, Bill, and thank you for checking in. Wait, hey, summer field day, the regular field day is just 5 months off. So you don't have nothing to worry about.
QSL. Well, that's the place I met up with for the first time with Freeport Jimmy. Was at summer field day last year, and I'll no doubt be there again. But winter field day, we're gonna work it from the warm corner of my basement where the HF station is located. So that's about the size of it. K0SDZ.
Okay, Bill. Hey, good luck tomorrow, and we'll talk to you later. Thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. That concludes my list. Are there any more stations who wish to check in the Friday Night Fun Net at this time? Please go on.
KE9COV, Mark, Love Mark, easy. I'll check in.
Okay, I got 2 stations to check in. KE9COB, Mark, and Love Spark have got you checked in. I believe that was Jamie W9JTC. Jamie, was that you trying to check in?
No, Jimmy, that was KE9CZZ.
All right, KE9CZZ. I thought the voice almost sounded like Jamie because I just heard Mark trying to check in. Okay, Mark. Okay, Guy, I've got to check in. I'll get back to you in a few minutes. Any more stations who would like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go now. Okay, KE9COB, Mark. I know it's a dumb question, but I gotta ask it anyway. Are you going to be involved with the Winter Field Day this weekend? I know you will be, but I gotta ask anyway.
KE9COB, good evening, everyone. From home. I was on HF most of the afternoon. I didn't really hear too many of them. Curious about that. Back to you, sir.
Okay, sounds good. That sounds good. I didn't even turn my HF rig on today. I'll definitely do that tomorrow. So, okay. Thanks for checking in. We'll get back to you in a few minutes for the second roundtable here. KE9CZZ. Guy, what's going on with you? Are you going to be involved with Winter Field Day this weekend?
Good evening, Jimmy. No, not this time. Previous plans. But I did, I was home a little bit today, not very much out in that cold. But I did turn the HF on and scan around to see what was going on. There was quite a few that were out there that I was able to hear on 10. I talked to Panama, England, British Columbia up in Canada, the Netherlands, and Brazil, and everybody kind of doing the contest thing. So it was a good day for a little while on 10. I don't have a whole lot of other stuff there, Jimmy, so I'm going to turn it back to you.
Okay, sounds good. I'll put your information down for the DX corner here in a few minutes here. Thanks very much for checking in. Any more stations you'd like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go now.
89 YBG, Dale.
K9YBG, okay, Dale, I've got you checked in. Are you going to be participating in Winter Field Day this weekend?
Well, I won't be around Saturday, and I don't have my radio hooked up to the antenna at the moment because it's too cold in that room, and so I just kind of got it sitting in the living room right now.
Okay, I understand your situation, though. Okay, sounds good, Dale. I'll get back to you in a few minutes for a second go-around here. This is K9G Shar with the Friday Night Fun Net on the W9XD repeater and Rockford, transmitting for Friday Night Fun Net Center in Freeport. Do we have any more stations? I'd like to check in this time. Please go now. Okay. I'll tell you what we're gonna do here. What did I do with that? Oh yeah, here it is. I'm gonna go ahead and before we do the second roundtable, I'm gonna go ahead and do my I'm gonna do my traffic. Okay. The Winnebago County Skywarn, as far as I know, it's still on. But they got a meeting scheduled for tomorrow, January 24th, at 10 a.m. at OSF St. Anthony Hospital, the Foundation Room, lower level, 5666 East State Street, Rockford, Illinois. It's the same room where the monthly rah-rah meetings take place. So, okay, it said, join us for the new Winnebago County Skywarn Emergency Services Committee Project for 2026. Oh, okay. So that'd be good. Hopefully, as I have not heard anything, so I'm assuming that meeting is still going to take place tomorrow. The person to ask about will be Joe, K9JPP. Okay, let me reset. Okay, weekly Friday morning breakfast meets every Friday morning from 7:30 a.m. until about 9 a.m. We order breakfast at 8 a.m. It's an informal gathering of ham folks, no affiliations necessary, good food and good company. Everyone is welcome to attend. It's held at the Spring Garden Family Restaurant, 4820 North 2nd Street, Loves Park, Illinois, 61111. I talked to Mark K9COB this morning. He said they had a good turnout, not as many as per usual. Of course, we got to figure the weather has a lot to do with it, too. Once again, weekly Friday morning ham breakfast meets every Friday morning from 7:30 a.m. until about 9 a.m. They order breakfast at 8 a.m. It's at Spring Garden Family Restaurant, 4820 North 2nd Street, Loves Park, Illinois, 61111. Greater Boy Nams Radio Club will hold they have their monthly meeting on the second Saturday of the month at 8 a.m. at Denny's Restaurant, Flying J Truck Stop, Illinois 75 and 9039. All are welcome to join the group for food and lots of ham talk. Okay, I think that'll be enough of the traffic here. Do we have any more stations? I'd like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net. Please go now. All right, second go around. Here's what we're going to do. Now, since we're in this cold weather, I'm going to ask everybody, do you like this weather, or would you rather have a 95 to 100 degrees with the fans and ACs running day and night? All right, Ricky, WX9RLT. I know what you're going to say, but I got to ask anyway. You like this weather or the hot weather?
WX9RLT, well, you know that one is definitely going to be a heck of a lot warmer than what it is now. So I know a lot of people say they like the cold temperatures. So with it being this cold, I kind of want to hear their opinions if they still like the cold weather. You know, this cold, you know, we got to deal with it. But man, I can't wait for it to be over with. So send it back to you, Jimmy, WX9RLT.
Okay, Ricky, sounds good. Thanks for taking it. All right. N9HVX, Curtin Belvedere, if you're still listening. Do you like this weather, or would you rather have a 95 to 100 degrees outside?
I don't know if I'd want it 90 to 100 degrees, but at least, high 70s or something.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, well, thanks for your input, thanks for your comment. KB9, ZDD, Mike, do you like this kind of weather, or would you rather have a 95 to 100 degrees?
Well, it kind of seems like we might have a split decision here. So I absolutely like this kind of weather. I'd much rather it be cold than warm. It was negative 18 degrees temperature this morning, and that's okay. I can always put on another layer and get warm. The little one here, she thinks it's a little chilly. So, oh wait, now she's shaking her head. Nope, now she's nodding her head. She doesn't know what she thinks. But yes, I've always been a cold weather guy. I like the cold weather, and to be in this cold, you got a couple of things you got to do a little differently, but I'd rather have it cold than 100 degrees.
Okay, you don't have any second thoughts or second opinions about this weather then, huh?
No, not really. I can always put on another layer of clothes to stay warm. I can only take off so many before they arrest me.
Somebody else was saying that too. Okay, Mike. Hey, we'll get underway with the trivia segment shortly here. Thanks for checking in. Bruce, N9BWM. You know what? I'm sorry, I forgot to call you earlier. Are you still with us? First of all, are you going to be involved with field day this year? N9BWM, Bruce, are you still with us? Okay, KE9EOI, Bobby in Cherry Valley. Do you like this weather, or would you rather prefer 95 to 100 degree temperatures?
Well, I will tell you, having lived in the great state of Texas for 4 years, being born and raised in the Midwest, I will 100% take this cold over 100 degrees any day.
Okay, you don't have no second thoughts or second opinions about this weather, right?
You couldn't change my mind even if you tried.
Okay, Bobby. Hey, thanks for checking in. You got a better signal this time around. Thanks for checking in. KE0SDZ, Bill. Would you rather? Do you like this kind of weather? Well, you living in Minnesota, you're probably used to this kind of weather. But do you like this weather, or would you prefer it 95 to 100 degrees?
Oh, that's a rough choice. Not really either. When we moved from Minnesota, a lot of people there, you'd have thought they're saying, oh, you're moving to Rockford, Illinois, you're moving down south. You'd have thought we were moving to Florida or Arizona or something. But we told them, no, we're going to have cold winters there too. Maybe not just as long, but the dirty little secret about Minnesota, Twin Cities, is that in the summertime it gets up. People think Minnesota is cold in the winter, but in the summer it gets up in the upper 90s and sometimes breaks 100. The hot season doesn't last as long as it does here, but it's going to be a few days shorter. But anyway, and then another morbid question, if you want, Jimmy, for round 3, you could ask you, would you rather die of heat exhaustion and sunstroke or hypothermia? That would be kind of a morbid question. Maybe we don't want to go there this evening. Anyway, back to that Bill K0STZ, San Diego Zoo, Rockford.
K-Sign GCR, the Friday Night Fun Net on the W9EXD repeater Rockford transfer for Friday Night Fun Net Central Area Freeboard. No, I'm not going to ask that question, Bill. We'll just leave that be. Thanks for checking in, Bill. K9COB, Mark. Do you prefer this kind of weather? And well, maybe not. After we talked to last night, you said you wish you were still out in Colorado. But do you like this weather? Would you have at 95 to 100 degrees?
Well, for me, the reality is, in the cold weather, I have heat. I have heated car, I don't work outside, so I go from heat to another building with heat in a heated vehicle. Same for cold, same for hot. Now, if I have to choose one, I would choose hot because I can stay in my air conditioning and my air conditioned car and work outside before it gets that hot that day. Whereas cold, it's cold all the time. Hot, it's not hot all day. Back to you.
Okay, sounds good. I think it's tied between those who like the hot weather and those who like the cold weather. So, okay, we got a couple more here. So, okay. Thanks for checking in, Mark. KE9CZZ, Guy, do you like this kind of weather, or would you rather have it 95 to 100 degrees?
Well, Jimmy, I can tell you I do not like this weather. With my arthritis, the knees the way they are, it doesn't take long for my legs to freeze up. I'm not a big fan of 100 degrees either. However, I do like to be in Arizona in July, and it's been 114, 118 degrees, but there's no humidity there. That sounds funny, and yes, it's like sticking your head in an oven. 115 degrees is 115 no matter what, but it just feels different and you get acclimated to it pretty quick. But when it gets cold, I just ice up. So I'm not a fan of the cold at all, so put me down for a no. And also, Jimmy, I've got the dugout, so I'm going to be short time and have to leave, but I did want to check in and say hi. KE9CZZ, back to net.
Guys, thank you for checking in the Friday Night Fun Net. Enjoy your evening, enjoy your weekend. We'll definitely talk to you down the log. And thank you for participating. Thanks for checking in. Have a good evening. Okay, Dale, KE9YBG. Do you like this weather, or would you rather have it like 95 to 100 degrees with the fans and air conditioners running day and night?
Well, I don't like this weather. I don't think the animals that are sitting outside right now like it any better. And as far as air conditioners, I really don't use one. I'd rather have the 95 degrees. If I have to work on my car, I can put a fan on and have glass lemonade, and I can pick up that wrench without my hands being frostbite. And cold, nothing likes cold. Nothing likes to run in cold. That's when most things break. So I have to say the warmth. KD9YBG, back to you.
Okay, sounds good, Dale. Thanks for checking in. Are there any more stations who would like to check into the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Okay, well, I'm good. Well, you know where my heart lies. I like the 95 and 100 degree weather. And whoever heard of buzzing up when it's 90 degrees? You only have stupid people that have to do that. No, I'll take the good old summertime any day. That's my vote. All right, let's see now. Let's do our features. Let's do the Friday Night Fun Net Tech Corner. Are you having a problem with your power supply or amplifier? What kind of antenna do you want to put up on your tower? What kind of a radio do you want to buy? Base, mobile, all mode, APRS, DMR, FT8, GMRS. If you have any technical questions, please feel free to bring them before the net. We'll do our best to answer them for you. Anybody have any technical questions they'd like to bring before the net this time? technical questions. We'll move on to the Friday Night Fun Net contest / DX corner. Did you make any DX contact? Well, okay. We had one report. By the way, Kerry K9MAP gave me his DX report over the phone. He's not out in the mobile because he does not want to be out in the cold, but he is live streaming this net. So here's Kerry's DX report. He made 152 contacts with 4 new countries, 5 POTAs, and let's see, I think he had 10 new U.S. counties, and in 1 week he had one new grid square in Montana. Let's see. He got himself a QRZ award. He made contact with 254 stations this week in 22 days. So congratulations to Kerry. So any other station have any other DX reports you'd like to pass along? Okay, let's see. Let's go ahead. Oh, wait a minute. I gotta get all my papers straightened out here. Okay. Let's go ahead with the swap net. All items involved sold or traded must be related to hobbies of ramps, radio, or computers. All items involved sold or traded must be the property of or in possession of the person who wants to get rid of stuff. We mentioned prices over there, but the haggling shouldn't take place either in person or over the telephone. Also, no commercial business of any kind is allowed. Does anybody have any swap net traffic they'd like to pass along at this time? Okay, well, I'll give you the usual swap net traffic. Richard N9ZO in Belvedere has for sale a Diamond X 200A dual band antenna. He's asking $100 for it. If you're interested, give Richard a call at area code 815-547-8686. Area code 815-547-8686. Also, Tony, N9ARB, whose license has expired, he's in the 2-year grace period territory. He has for sale an ICOM 9100 that once belonged to Carl Larson, W9UIG, who is now Silent Key. He also has a beam antenna for sale. He has numerous HF, UHF, and VHF antennas for sale. If you're interested, give Tony a call at area code 815-990-4215. Area code 815-990-4215. I have a new item for sale. This is from Norm, KC9NVN here in Freeport. He has for sale an Amatron 811 amplifier. He is asking for $100 for it, but the price is negotiable. If you're interested, call Norm at area code 815-541-1417. Area code 815-541-1417 if you're interested in an Amatron 811 amp. So, okay. Anybody have any questions reference these items for sale?
Would you repeat that first phone number, Jimmy? 819-992, I think, over.
Okay, hold on. Just a minute. Now, are you inquiring about that antenna, or that Richard N9ZO was telling about the radio, or about that amplifier?
The 991 radio.
Okay, it's Tony, N9ARB. He used to be our EC here in Stevenson County. His license has now expired. He's in the 2-year grace period of the territory. his phone number is, well, okay, it's an Icon 9100 radio, which once belonged to Carl, W9UIJ, was now Silent Key. It has a beam antenna and numerous HF, UHF, and VHF antennas. You can give him a call at area code 815-990-4215. Area code 815-990-4215. Did you get that?
Got it. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Okay, sounds good. This concludes the swap net traffic. Do we have any more stations that like to check in the Friday night fun net this time? If you're coming home with your Friday night fish fry, steak fry, grocery shopping, or the show, I don't know how many people will be out in this kind of weather. If you just come home, turn your radio on, or you've been copying the mail for the last 46, 47 minutes, this is your chance to check in the Friday night fun net from everywhere in the region. With traffic, please call K-Sign TCR. All right. Just a minute. What did I do? One moment, please. One moment, please. Okay. Now, next on the agenda, let me put some of my stuff away here. Now we're going to do a Friday Night Fun Net trivia. This is for the benefit of those ham radio operators who are studying for their first tickets. And let's see. By the way, I'm trying to think. The VE testing session will take place 2 weeks from tomorrow at 12:30 p.m. at the Freeport Public Library. It's put out by the Stevens County Repair Association. Anybody who's interested may contact John Mitchell, W9JC. He's our chief VEC here in Stevens County. You contact him at area code 815-238-7485. Area code 815-238-7485. You can also contact him at johnmitchell61@gmail.com, but you're better off contacting him on the phone. Let him know that you're coming. We would like to have a good turnout. So, okay. Again, the phone number is area code 815-238-7485. Area code 815-238-7485. Okay, now that's squared away. One moment, please. Okay, now these questions, which I'm about to read, is from the ARRL's Tech and General Q&A books. I do not have the extra class book, but from what I understand, they're going to be coming out with a new one later on this year. Okay, first question, if I can find it. Okay, first question. What is an amateur station's control point? A, the location of the station's transmitting antenna. B, the location of the station's transmitting apparatus. C, the location at which the control operator function is performed. D, the mailing address of the station licensee. What is an amateur station's control point? A, the location of the station's transmitting antenna. B, the location of the station's transmitting apparatus. C, the location at which the control operator's function is performed. D, the mailing address of the station licensee. Anybody have correct answer to this question?
C, Charlie, KB9ZDD.
You are correct, Charlotte. You are correct. What is an amateur station's control point? Correct answer is C, Charlie. The location at which the control operator function is performed. All right, let's find another one here. Okay. Where are we at here? I'm trying to read the same question. I'm trying not to read the same questions every week. That kind of gets boring. Okay, here's one. Where should an RF power meter be installed? A, in the feed line between the transmitter and antenna. B, at the power supply output. C, in parallel with the push-to-talk line and the antenna. D, in the power supply cable as close as possible to the radio. Where should an RF power meter be installed? A, in the feed line between the transmitter and antenna. B, at the power supply output. C, in parallel with the push-to-talk line and the antenna. D, in the power supply cable as close as possible to the radio. Anybody have correct answer to this question? Okay, where should an RF power meter be installed? The correct answer is A, alpha, in the feed line between the transmitter and antenna. Find another one here. I think I'm gonna skip this one. Wait a minute. Okay, what does the abbreviation RF mean? A, radio frequency signals of all types. B, the resonant frequency of a tuned circuit. C, the real frequency transmitted as opposed to the apparent frequency. D, reflective force and antenna transmission lines. What does the abbreviation RF mean? A, radio frequency signals of all types. B, the resonant frequency of a tuned circuit. C, the real frequency transmitted as opposed to the apparent frequency. D, reflective force and antenna transmission lines. Anybody have correct answer to this question?
C, Alpha, KB9ZDD.
You are correct. You are correct. What does the abbreviation RF mean? Correct answer is A, alpha, radio frequency signals of all types. Okay, before we continue, do we have any more stations who would like to check in the Friday Night Fun at this time? Please go now.
Whiskey 9, Bravo Lima.
W9BL. Well, good evening, Rob. I haven't talked to you this year, so Happy New Year. What's going on with you?
How you doing, Jimmy? Good to hear your voice there. So, not too much. We've been traveling a lot, but we kind of settled in here for a couple of months, and came back from right after the first part of January. I've been back for a little bit from Atlanta. We were down there with my son down there,
and enjoying the warmer weather, that's for sure. So, boy, it's cold up here. So anyhow, good to hear you, Jimmy, and not much else going on. Just trying to stay warm and listening to you a little bit while I'm in the shack here. So yeah, back to you there, Jimmy. KC9 GCR W9BL.
Sounds good, Rob. Hey, are you going to be participating in Winter Field Day this weekend? That's the question I'm asking tonight.
I'm not. We've got company coming tomorrow, and then Sunday we've got a concert to go to. So, yeah, we're busy, and I really don't want to be out of the house too much, but I guess on Sunday we will be. It's not going to get warm though. This is setting in here pretty good, but I hope those guys are dressed for it, and you know, yeah, I hope they have a good turnout for it there, Jimmy.
Yeah, that's for sure. I don't know if your clubs in McHenry County are going to be involved in it or not, but the club in Boyd, Wisconsin decided to cancel theirs. Stand by hotline.
Do that. We'll stand by.
This is K9 GCR, the Friday Night Fun, and the K9 RFD repeater in Rockford. Correction, the W9XD repeater in Rockford. We've been on 195 too long. Transmitting for Friday Night Fun, that's Central Freeport. That was John, K9 DDF in Elgin. Checking on the Friday Night Fun hotline. You heard the ring. You hear that phone ring, folks? That's a real telephone ring, not that phony baloney cell phone ring. Although what the Bill K0STZ was saying, on this phone, he has the exact phone ring as mine, so that's good. W9BL, sorry about that, but are you still there? I had my phone call.
Still there. Hey, it reminded me of you, Jimmy, when we were down. We were at an antique shop down there in Kentucky on our way back from Atlanta, and you'll never believe. I don't know if yours is a touch tone, but an old Ma Bell phone. It was a dial, and it was a harvest gold color. You'll never believe the price on that phone.
Yeah, both my phones are a touch tone. Well, how much was it?
Dial tone. They had a touch tone too. You had your choice between a touch tone and a dial, and they wanted like $150 for them.
Oh, okay. Well, did you by chance buy them, or one of them?
I didn't. I can remember getting rid of ours. We had wall phones. We had the desk phones, and yeah, we had dials, and then they switched over to touch tone, and we thought we were really styling when we had a touch tone. But those were real phones, you know, and they were heavy. So yeah, but no, they certainly saw the customers coming, because they had the prices up on everything pretty good. But I couldn't believe what they wanted for those old phones. I guess they're not that common anymore.
No, they ain't. Both my phones are a little bit heavy too. I remember back when I was a little boy, growing up in the town of Rydot, we had an old one of those old wall telephones with the crank on it. There, you you had to pick up the receiver, turn the crank, get a hold of the operator. And our thing, like, I don't know, 3 shorts and 1 long, and everybody had the party line. You picked up the receiver to listen to everybody else's phone. They say in a small town, everybody knows each other and their business.
When I was growing up in my younger years, there we had a party line on our block. There was two other families on there. One was a grouchy old guy, and then the other, it was a younger family that had kids and stuff. But boy, the grouchy old guy when he wanted to call, he would yell at us on the phone. Get off the phone! I got to make an important phone call. So, but yeah, those were the days, Jimmy.
You bet they were. We've kind of missed them too. Okay. Hey, Rob, thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. You have a good evening. Since this is our first contact, I wish you a Happy New Year. So we'll talk to you down the line. We'll probably hear you on some of the other nets in the area. So, Celebrity, thanks for checking in.
Hey, Jimmy. Yeah. Take care. Have a good evening, and Happy New Year's to you too. I haven't talked to you since we got back. So you take care. Have a good one. Everyone out there, stay warm and stay on the warm side of the door there, like they say. And take care. Have a great weekend. W9BL, Robin Marengo. We'll be listening out here.
Okay, Celebrity. Have a good evening and enjoy your weekend. And I forgot to ask you, Rob. You like this weather, or would you rather have a 95 to 100 degrees?
I'm not really good with the real hot weather, 95 or 100. I think I'd rather take some of this cold weather than over that. I don't know how your survey has been, how your numbers are, but I don't know how many people would want the real hot weather either. So, but I'm for the cold. Put me down for the cold.
Okay, you don't have any second opinions or second thoughts about this weather at all?
No, when I was growing up, we dealt with this cold all the time. I used to snowmobile and ski and all that stuff, so I dealt with this weather all the time. And my wife upstairs, she hates this cold. She would want the hot weather, but I don't really care for the real hot stuff. I'd rather take this, because lots of times that hot stuff, you get that humid air, and if it's dry out there in Arizona or something, it'd be a little different. But I'd say I would take this over the real hot stuff.
Okay, I haven't done any counting there, but I think so far I think the hot weather is ahead. So, but not by much. Maybe might end up in a tie here. Rob, thank you for taking the Friday Night Fun Net. Enjoy your evening, enjoy your weekend. We'll talk to you down the line.
Hey, Jimmy, take care. Have a great one. KC9GCR, W9BL.
Okay, so there. Do any more stations wishing to check in the Friday Night Fun Net this time? Please call now. Let's continue on with the trivia segment. I'm not going to read that one. Okay, what is the characteristic appearance of a cold, thin lead solder joint? A, dark black spots. B, a bright or shiny surface. C, a rough or lumpy surface. D, excessive solder. What is the characteristic appearance of a cold, thin lead solder joint? A, dark black spots. B, a bright or shiny surface. C, a rough or lumpy surface. D, excessive solder. Anybody correct to answer this question?
C, Charlie, KB9ZDD.
You are correct. K9ZDD, you are correct. You are correct. What is the characteristic appearance of a cold, thin lead solder joint? Correct answer C, Charlie. A rough or lumpy surface. We'll find another one here. Okay. I read that. Okay. In the United States, what circuit does black wire insulation indicate in a 3-wire 120-volt cable? A, neutral. B, hot. C, equipment ground. D, black insulation is never used. In the United States, what circuit does black wire insulation indicate in a 3-wire 120-volt cable? A, neutral. B, hot. C, equipment ground. D, black insulation is never used. Anybody have correct answer to this question?
B, hot. They're W9BL.
You are correct, Rob. You are correct. In the United States, what circuit does black wire insulation indicate in a 3-wire 120-volt cable? The correct answer is B, Bravo, hot. Okay. Okay, let's see. All right. What are the toughest questions in the tech, general, or extra Q&A? Your tower questions, of course. You new hams are going to be getting your tickets shortly, and be testing session nearest you. Someday you're going to be part of a tower climbing expedition. You're either going to be climbing the tower itself, or you're going to be part of the ground crew. This next question, which I am about to read, if you get this next question right at the nearest VE testing session nearest you, this might get your license. This might be your ticket in getting your license. Okay, all right. What is required when climbing an antenna tower? A, have sufficient training on safe tower climbing techniques. B, use appropriate tie-offs to the tower at all times. C, always wear an approved climbing harness. D, all these questions are correct. All these choices are correct, I should say. What is required when climbing an antenna tower? A, have sufficient training on safe tower climbing techniques. B, use appropriate tie-off to the tower at all times. C, always wear an approved climbing harness. D, all these choices are correct. You tower climbers should know the correct answer to this question by heart. Anybody else have the correct answer to this question?
KE9EOI. The correct answer is D.
You are correct, Bobby. You are correct. What is required when climbing okay, wait a minute. I want to make sure I didn't read. Oh, yeah. What is required when climbing an antenna tower? A, have sufficient training on safe tower climbing techniques. B, use appropriate tie-off to the tower at all times. C, always wear an approved climbing harness. Well, the correct answer is D, Delta. All of these choices are correct. All right. Find one more here. Okay. At which of the following frequencies does maximum permissible exposure have the lowest value? A, 3.5 megahertz, B, 50 megahertz, C, 440 megahertz, D, 1296 megahertz. At which of the following frequencies does maximum permissible exposure have the lowest value? A, 3.5 megahertz, B, 50 megahertz, C, 440 megahertz, D, 1296 megahertz. Anybody have correct answer to this question?
KE9EOI. The correct answer would be B, Bravo.
Yes, you are correct, Bobby, you are correct. You're 2-0, that's good. At which of the following frequencies does maximum permissible exposure have the lowest value? The correct answer is B, Bravo, 50 megahertz. Okay, now, the next few questions I'm going to be reading would be from the general Q&A. But before we do that, are there any more stations who just joined us who'd like to check the Friday Night Fun at this time? Please go now. Okay, the next questions I'm about to read are from the general Q&A. We'll see how good you do. Alright. Alright. In a Class A amplifier, what percentage of the time does the amplifying device conduct? A, 100%, B, more than 50% but less than 100%, C, 50%, D, less than 50%. In a Class A amplifier, what percentage of the time does the amplifying device conduct? A, 100%, B, more than 50% but less than 100%, C, 50%, D, less than 50%. Anybody have a correct answer to this question?
All right, I'm going to take a stab at it. We're going to say B, Bravo, KB9ZDD.
I'll tell you what, Mike. Sorry, that's not correct. But thank you for trying. Anybody else want to give it a try?
KE9EOI. The answer is A, Alpha.
You are correct, Bobby. You are correct. In a Class A amplifier, what percentage of the time does the amplifying device conduct? The correct answer is A, Alpha, 100%. Okay. Doing good there, Bobby. Let's see, we'll find another one here. Okay. What is one reason to use an impedance matching transformer at a transmitter output? A, to minimize transmitter power output. B, to present the desired impedance to the transmitter and feed line. C, to reduce power supply ripple. D, to minimize radiation resistance. What is one reason to use an impedance matching a transformer at a transmitter output? A, to minimize the transmitter power output. B, to present the desired impedance to the transmitter and feed line. C, to reduce power supply ripple. D, to minimize radiation resistance. Anybody have correct answer to this question?
KE9EOI. I don't mean to hog the air, but the correct answer is B, Bravo.
You are correct, Bobby. You are correct. What is one reason to use an impedance matching transformer at a transmitter output? The correct answer is B, Bravo, to present the desired impedance, the transmitter, and the feed line. By the way, Bob, are you in the process of studying for your general?
Yeah, that's why I'm answering these. I'm actually just gone over these questions, so it's a little bit unfair.
Okay, sounds good, sounds good. Well, our next VE testing session here in Freeport will be 2 weeks from tomorrow. Of course, you probably won't have time for that. The next one after that will be in April, so around the Easter. So, well, that's good. That's good to hear that you're studying for your general.
Jump in real quick. I will take that as a challenge.
Okay, sounds good. You got plenty of time, so don't worry about it. You're doing fine. All right. Oh, I think I read that question. I'm not going to read it again. Okay. What is another term for the mixing of two RF signals? A, heterodyning. B, synthesizing. C, frequency inversion. D, phase inversion. What is another term for the mixing of two RF signals? A, heterodyning. B, synthesizing. C, frequency inversion. B, phase inversion. Anybody have a correct answer to this question?
That's going to be A alpha, heterodyning, KB9ZDD.
You are correct, Mike. You are correct. What is another term for the mixing of two RF signals? Correct answer is A alpha, heterodyning. All right. Okay, let's see if we have any more stations I'd like to check in. Any more stations wishing to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call KSN GCR. Okay, what is a beta or hairpin match? A shorted transmission line stub placed at the feed point of a Yankee antenna to provide impedance matching. Wait a minute, I'm going to read that again. What is a beta or hairpin match? A shorted transmission line stub placed at the feed point of a Yankee antenna to provide impedance matching. B, a 1/4 wavelength section of 75 ohm coax in series with the feed point of a Yankee to provide impedance matching. C, a series capacitor selected to cancel the inductive reactance of a folded dipole antenna. D, a section of 300 ohm twin lead transmission line used to match a folded dipole antenna. What is a beta or hairpin match? A shorted transmission line stub placed at the feed point of a Yankee antenna to provide impedance matching. B, a 1/4 wavelength section of 75 ohm coax in series with the feed point of a Yankee to provide impedance matching. C, a series capacitor selected to cancel the inductive reactance of a folded dipole antenna. D, a section of 300 ohm twin lead transmission line used to match a folded dipole antenna. Anybody have the correct answer to this question? Okay, that was a tough one, wasn't it? Okay, what is a beta or hairpin match? The correct answer is A, alpha. A shorted transmission line stub placed at the feed point of a Yankee antenna to provide impedance matching. All right, we'll try not to find another hard one here. Okay, where should the station's lightning protection ground system be located? A, as close to the station equipment as possible. B, outside the building. C, next to the closest power pole. D, parallel to the water supply line. Where should the station's lightning protection ground system be located? A, as close to the station equipment as possible. B, outside the building. C, next to the closest power pole. D, parallel to the water supply line. Anybody have correct answer to this question?
KE9EOI. The correct answer would be B, Bravo.
You are correct. You are correct there, Bobby. You are correct. Where should the station's lightning protection ground system be located? Correct answer is B, Bravo, outside the building. I think I'll read a couple more questions here, and I think we'll call it quits as far as trivia goes. Everybody did a good job tonight. Okay, what is the purpose of a power supply interlock? A, to prevent unauthorized changes to the circuit that would void the manufacturer's warranty. B, to shut down the unit if it becomes too hot. C, to ensure that dangerous voltages are removed if the cabinet is open. D, to shut off the power supply if too much voltage is produced. What is the purpose of a power supply interlock? A, to prevent unauthorized changes to the circuit that would void the manufacturer's warranty. B, shut down the unit if it becomes too hot. C, to ensure that dangerous voltages are removed if the cabinet is open. D, to shut off the power supply if too much voltage is produced. Anybody have correct answer to this question? Okay, what is the purpose of a power supply interlock? The correct answer is C, Charlie. To ensure that dangerous voltages are removed if the cabinet is open. Okay, we're going to do one more question, and I think that'll do it for tonight as far as the trivia goes. Okay. Okay, last question. How many states does a 3-bit binary counter have? A, 3, B, 6, C, 8, D, 16. How many states does a 3-bit binary counter have? A, 3, B, 6, C, 8, D, 16. Anybody have correct answer to this question? Okay, how many states does a 3-bit binary counter have? The correct answer is C, Charlie, 8. This concludes Friday Night Fun Trivia for this evening. We'll do it again next Friday night. Charlotte, Mike, and especially Bobby, the new hand. You know, all did great tonight. So, okay. Bob, you got every single question correctly. So that's not bad. For a new hand, that's wonderful. So, okay. Keep on studying for your general. Bob, you passed with flying colors. Okay. Are there any more stations you'd like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Okay, sorry about that, folks. I want to clean up my desk here. You should see my desk here when I'm doing the net here. Definitely a mess. Okay, any more stations wishing to check in at this time, please call now. Okay, let me give you a rundown of all the other nets we have in the area. Unfortunately, the 440.950 repeater at Janesville, Chad, WI9HS repeater, is not able to receive the Night Watch net of Chicago. Both the Echo Link and All Star are down. I don't know when they'll have them up and running again. So the the Chicago Night Watch net is in Chicago is held on the 443.750 repeater in Chicago with a PL 114.8 plus offset. If you're able to pick up that repeater, if conditions are favorable, that'll be good there. But for the time being, you're not able to receive them on 440.950 repeater because the Echo Link and All Star are both down. Don't forget tomorrow evening at 8 p.m. on this repeater, you have the Saturday evening Ragtune net. I don't know who net control will be, but net control usually picks out a topic. If you want to talk about that topic, fine. If not, you can bring up something else. I usually bring up something else. And but they go around about 3 or 4 times. That's what it's all about, Ragtune. And that's what you hear on the Saturday evening Ragtune net. At 7 p.m., like if you're able to pick up the 146.910 repeater in Milwaukee, you got the What's Up Wisconsin net. That was formerly the Saturday night fun net. So, okay, let me reset. Sunday evenings at 7 p.m. you got the Big Thunder Amps Radio Club net, which meets on the 147.375 repeater in Belvedere. PL 100.0 plus offset, and that meets at 7 p.m. Immediately following that net, you got the Greene County Aries Races net, which meets on the 145.110 repeater in Monroe, Wisconsin at 7:30 p.m. That repeater is a PL of 123.0 minus offset. The Whiteside County net meets at 8 p.m. on the 146.850 repeater in Sterling. PL 114.8 minus offset. You shouldn't have any problem getting into that repeater. The antenna is about 300 feet in the air on the Illinois State Police Troop 1 radio tower at their main headquarters in Sterling. Monday evenings on this repeater at 7 p.m. you have the Monday Night Rah-Rah Info net. Larry, K9KTT, and I share the duties in net control operator. It'll be my turn to run the net this coming Monday night. Larry ran last Monday night. The Lee County Aries net meets on the 146.970 repeater in Dixon. The PL 82.5 plus minus offset. Let's see, Al K9EPZ checks into that net via the Echo Link. He's now living in Westfield, Iowa. The Kishwaukee Amp Radio Club net meets on the 146.730 repeater in DeKalb at 8:30 p.m. That repeater is a PL 114, 100.0 minus offset. Tuesday evenings, you got the Tuesday evening net on this repeater at 7 p.m. with Larry H9GO. A reminder, let me reset. Larry, K9KTT does the Morse code practice on Mondays and Tuesday evenings immediately following the 7 p.m. Monday and Tuesday 7 p.m. nets on this repeater. The Rock County Public Service net meets on the 145.450 repeater at 7:30 p.m. immediately following the Tuesday evening net on this repeater. At 8:30 p.m., you have the Ogle County Hams net. That net meets on the 147.165 repeater in Oregon or China. That has a PL of 146.2 plus offset. That net usually meets for about 10 minutes. If they have time, they'll go to the 146.595 simplex frequency for a brief simplex net. Those of you who are into simplex communications, you really enjoy that net. That net only runs for about 5 minutes or so. Then they'll go back to the 165 repair for the 9 o'clock Aries and Skyward net. Wednesday evenings at 7 p.m. on this repair, you have the Wednesday evening chat net. Very similar to the Saturday evening right-through net. Also at 7 p.m., I do the Steve County Aries net on the 147.390 repeater here in Freeport. Immediately following those nets at 7:30 p.m., the Greater Boyd Ham Radio Club holds its Wednesday evening net on the 147.120 repeater in Boyd. Then at 8 p.m. here in Freeport on the 147.390 repeater, we have the Wednesday evening swap nets. Mel, N9RPN, and I share the duties as net control operator. Mel ran the net this past Wednesday, and I'll run it this coming next Wednesday. And Thursday evenings at 7 p.m. on the 147.195 repeater. You got the weekly Winnebago County Skywarn training net. Either Joe, K9JPP, Larry, WX9, Ricky, WX9RLT, or myself, K9G Charlotte, was the net control of that net. It was Joe who ran the net last night. The Cal County Areas Group holds its Thursday evening net, also at 7 p.m. on the 146.730 repair in DeKalb. Those of you who work HF, you got the CNOW net, which meets every day Monday through Friday, $1,400, $1,500 Zulu, or 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. local time on 14.287 megahertz, 20 meters upper sideband with Chuck, WD9BB as your net control operator. Okay, now you're all caught up to date on your local nets. Support your local net control operators, your local nets, your local repeaters. If you're a member of any ham radio club, by all means support your local club. And by the way, Mark, KG9COB has put together a list of all the other nets. I sent him that list, and he's posted it on the Rah Rah Facebook page. I told him to also post on the Friday Night Fun Net Facebook page. Any additions or revisions, he'll take care of that. Okay, are there any more stations that like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go now.
KC9GCR. Here is KC9YI, Kilo Charlie 9 Yankee India.
KC9YI, good evening, Scott. Beautiful signal in Monroe, Wisconsin. What's going on with you?
Well, it's cold outside. We didn't go anywhere today. And we just stayed in and stayed in where it was warm. And so nothing too exciting. I played radio quite a bit today in the afternoon. Over.
Okay, that sounds good. That sounds good. Definitely cold here. I now figure I'm going anyplace tonight. I figured tomorrow I'm going to be doing a winter field day, and that's the question tonight. I'm asking everybody, are you going to be involved in winter field day or not, or what are you going to do?
Yeah, you know, I don't know just a whole lot about Winter Field Day. We used to do it a little bit as our club, but our club meeting is canceled for tomorrow morning, and I think that it's too wintry this year to do much of anything, and so no, we're not going to do anything unless, I don't know if you can do some of that from your home station or not. KC9GCR, this is KC9YI.
Oh yeah, you can do it from your home station. For the past few years I've done it. For 2 years in a row, I've had 19 contacts for Winter Field Day, and I like to go beyond that. It's all possible. Oh yeah, I'll be one Hotel Illinois. Since I'm operating from home and I'm using our regular electric power here. Yeah.
Okay, so that's the exchange. Okay, well, that's nice to know. I may tune the bands. If I hear somebody in there, I might give them a shout.
That's what I do too. I scan the band. If I hear a station, I hear them give their call or what have you. I'll write down the information. Then I'll try to make the contact. If I'm successful, I'll enter it in my logbook. If not, I'll just move on to another station.
Yeah, I think this storm is going to kind of curtail a lot of areas from having it. I was listening to a net on 75 meters, and there was a guy that was planning on being on Winter Field Day, but most of them are battening down the hatches and making sure they got plenty of gas for their generators, and it sounds like a pretty vicious storm.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. The Greater Boyd Dam Radio Club has canceled their Winter Field Day for this weekend. Well, not so much because the people inside the shack, but just for the safety of people attending the event. So they had talked about maybe having like a special event. I had mentioned on their net, on their Wednesday evening net. Why don't you go ahead and have like they had talked about maybe having a special event station. I said, if you do, why don't you call it Winter Field Day Late Edition and explain to them what the situation was. This is an event which was postponed from January 24th. Winter Field Day is not an ARRL sanctioned event. I don't know if you knew that or not.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know what the group is that does it, and like I said, I didn't know too much about the rules. It was nice to know how they, how they designate it, because it's a little bit different rules than the Summer Field Day, and well, maybe we ought to start one called Spring Field Day.
I'll tell you what. I think it was Larry K9KGT who suggested why not have like a fall field day. I mentioned that during a Friday Night Fun Night. I think it was last year or so, but it seemed like many people did not go for that. But that's something like that to think about, like maybe a spring field day or a fall field day or what have you.
Yeah, that'd be a lot nicer. It's usually stormy. That week in June at the end of the month there, and of course winter is winter, but this is an exceptionally cold one. Like I say, our group did participate a little bit on Winter Field Day, and when we met out at the fire station, and actually it was kind of a nice spot there. I set up my Fox Valley coil antenna in a snow drift, and it worked really good, especially on 40 meters. So anyway, well, we'll let you get back to the net. Maybe you'll get some more check-ins there, Jim.
But thanks for letting me in this evening, and we'll who knows, maybe we'll work some stations there on Winterfield Day tomorrow. Catch you later, KC9GCR and the FunNet. This is KC9YI. I'll be clear.
Sounds good, Scott. Thank you for checking in. You have a good evening. Good luck if you make any contacts this weekend. Hopefully you will. We'll catch you on the Greene County Net this coming Sunday night.
Sounds good, Jim. 73, this is KC9YI.
Okay, are there any more stations who would like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net this time? Please go now. Okay, I did talk to Mark 89COB this today. He said he did go to breakfast. They still had a good turnout. Not as many as probably per usual, but that's the way it goes there with cold it being cold as it is. So okay, any more stations wishing to check in? Please go on out. Okay, well, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and put down my honorary check-ins. These stations, sometimes these stations check in and other times they don't, but I like to acknowledge them just to be sure, because I know there's several stations listen, but they don't always check in. Okay, he's one of the best guys in the whole world. He doesn't check in every Friday night, but he listens every Friday night. Richard. N9ZO HC honorary checking in Belvedere. Give him a call, area code 815-547-8686 if you want that Diamond X300A dual band antenna. Okay, let's see now. KE9N. Usually he's involved with Winterfield Day, but he's in the process of moving to a new QTH, so we haven't heard from him as of yet. K9FLO, Dean and Roscoe AC honorary check-in. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and put him down anyway. K9KZT, Larry, in Rockford, the king of CW. Tune into his CW practices on Mondays and Tuesday evenings immediately following the conclusion of the 7 p.m. nets on this the repeater. Alright. KE9CNS, Doug, HC for honorary check-in, and trying to think. AC9JZ, Mike, HC honorary check-in. Okay. Alright. 8 more stations wishing to check in. Please go now. This is K9GCR, the Friday Night Fun, and the K9RFD repeat on the W9XD repeat in Rockford, transmitting from Friday Night Fun at Central Area Freeport. We've been on 195 too long, folks. 8 more stations want to check in. Please go now.
KB9SSV, Mike.
KB9SSV, good evening, Mike. What's going on with you? Are you going to be doing any Winterfield Day activities this weekend?
Well, if I do, I won't be leaving my house. Probably be just here in the shack, I guess. I did venture out today, only out to the mailbox. Over.
Yeah, that's for sure. I've not been outside in my building here since yesterday when I went to Galena Avenue Marathon get my two 12 packs of regular Dr. Pepper. Yeah, I'll be good. I'll be good to go for that. I'm also asking a question. Do you like this kind of weather, or would you rather have it like 95 to 100 degrees?
Well, one way, your electric meter will be spinning from the air conditioner. The other way, your gas meter is going to be spinning from the gas. So, I don't know. I could probably take the heat better than this cold, I guess. But then on the other hand, you can always bundle up more in the cold. So, I don't know. Both. I don't like either of them. I only like spring and fall.
Yeah, a lot of people do too. So sounds good. Hey, okay, bye, Kate. Thanks for checking in. You have a good evening. I'm sure we'll definitely hear you tomorrow night on the Saturday Evening Ride Tune Net.
Alrighty. Hey, you know, I was spinning around on the dial here the other day. Heard you on 146.670. Where the heck is that repeater located at?
146,670. No, I haven't. No, that was not me. You must have heard somebody else. That repeater is located at Beloit. It used to be the Beloit Amateur Radio Club's repeater. That 146,670. Chad has that. Now wait a minute. Chad WI9HF has that repeater. They're at Janesville. So you must have heard me, and I must have been going over to some of the other repeaters. Must have been during the his Badger Prairie the net or something like that. So okay.
Okay, I was just kind of wondering. If I look it up, it's like that nearest repeater's like, heck, like 120 miles away. Must be an undesignated repeater, I guess.
146,670. You used to be the that was a Greater Beloit Amateur Radio Club's repeater. When before that went off the air. Now they're on 147,120.
Oh, Roger. Yeah, I was just kind of curious where that came from. Anyways, I'm going to go back upstairs. I just happened to come down here and check some things out due to the weather, and nothing's freezing, so I guess we're okay. Hey, Jimmy, take it easy, and we'll talk to you later on the coax there. KC9GCR, this is KEP9SSV.
Okay, Mike, sounds good. Thanks for checking in. Well, I'm sure we'll hear you tomorrow night in the Saturday Evening Ride Tune Net. 7 KC9GCR recorder. Good night.
Good night. Take care and stay warm.
You bet, you bet. Okay, do we have any more stations you'd like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call out. Okay, I'll do some more honorary check-ins. I'm going to do my Stevenson County check-ins now. Let's see. W9MSL win here in Freeport. It lives a few blocks west of me. HC honorary check-in. N9RPN. Mill, the trustee of the 147.390 repeater in Freeport. He lives in Red Oak. All right. N9WSQ, George. Our club president, he's down in Gulf Shores, Alabama. He'll be down here for at least a couple months. Then when he gets back, he'll be getting married. So, okay. And let's see, who else? PD9 OVJ. John and McConnell, 1800 checking. And believe it or not, in the mail today, I got a Christmas card from Brandon, KD9 LOA, about a month, but I looked at the postmark, and it was posted Carroll Street in Illinois. He got there a couple of days ago. He must have forgot. So that's the latest I got a Christmas card. I'm going to go ahead and put him down. KD9 LOA. So okay, he's already checked in. Okay, any more stations wish to check in this time? I gotta put this guy. N4WGN. Okay. Bob here in Freeport, lives about a mile west of me, so he's checked in. Let's see, who else? I can't think of anybody else right now. Any more stations wishing to check in, please call now. Okay, I got Kevin, W9KLG, he's checked in. I don't know about Justin, K9FEO. I wonder, I haven't talked to him in quite some time, I wonder if he is even licensed anymore. His license was set to expire at the end of the last month. He got his license just before Christmas of 2015. I'm kind of wondering if he's in that 2-year grace period, that territory. I sure would love to get a hold of him. Do we have any more stations I'd like to check in the Friday Night Fun at this time? Please call Case on GCR. Okay, I'd like to thank Rob for the use of this repeater. I'm going to run down the list of stations that have checked in so far during this. Myself, Case on GCR, Net Control. N9DLB, Dave here in Freeport, lives about a mile west, east of me, just north of beautiful downtown Freeport. KD9MAP, Kerry, he called me on the phone earlier. Again, he was not going outside tonight to check in because he didn't want to be out in the cold, but he is live streaming and recording this net. Okay. K9QVB, Brian, H9NW, Tom and Roscoe, W9WBB, WX9RLT, Ricky. N9HVX, Kurt and Belvedere, KB9ZDD, Mike, and I'd like to thank he and his daughter Charlotte for participating in the trivia. N9BWM, Bruce, the new kid on the block, KD9EOI, Bobby and Cherry Valley, K0SDZ, K0 San Diego Zoo, KD9COB, Mark, KD9CZZ, guys. We have John, who is in Elgin, checking the Friday Night Fun Net hotline. Case 9YI, Scott Monroe. These are my honorary check-ins. N9ZO, KE9N, K9FLO, K9KZT, KE9CNS, H9JZ, and this is my regular check-in, Mike, KB9SSB. Now back to my honorary check-ins. W9, my Stevens County check-ins. W9MSL, N9RPN, N9WSQ, then back to Winnebago County, Stevens County, KD9OBJ, KD9LOA. My other two Stevens County check-ins, of course, N4WGN, Bob, who lives about a mile west of me in Freeport, Stevens County. W9KLG, let's see. let's see, I had a total of one early bird check-in, and one station to check-in earlier in the day, and one Friday night fun net online check-in. Let's see, I got a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 16 regular check-ins. Let's see. And I gotta think, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 honorary check-ins. I got a grand total of 32 check-ins overall. Do we have any more stations who'd like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Well, I'll tell you what, folks. I want to thank everybody who's checked into this net. It was a great. Those of you who are going to be participating in Winter Field Day, good luck, and hope you will make a lot of contacts. We'll just see what happens here. I'll be, since there is no night watch net tonight, well, of course, except you can pick them up on 443.750. Chad, Echo Link, and All-Star are down, so you can't pick up the night watch net. I'll still be standing by on this repeater to take any late check-ins to the net, so, okay. Any more stations wish to check in, please call now. This is K-Sign-G Sheriff, the Friday Night Fun Net on the W9XT repeater in Rockford. Finally got it right. Transmitting for Friday Night Fun Net Central in Freeport. It is now 10 p.m. curfew time. Parents, you know where your children are at. Lockdown, lockdown. Winnebago County Jail is now going into lockdown. Kerry K9MEB was telling me when he used to listen to the county jail frequencies on the scanner. Every night at 10 p.m., the dispatch would radio all the corrections officers. Lockdown, lockdown. Time to secure the jail. Time to put the jailbirds in the bed. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. Any more stations wishing to check in the Friday Night Fun Net this time, please call K-Sign-GCR. Well, the 10 o'clock news on Channel 17 just got started. Let's see what Jordan Wolf has to say. It's 10 degrees below zero right now in Rockford. Just watching the weather map. It's 9 degrees below zero here in Freeport. We wind chill of also 9 degrees. So that's definitely cold. Don't go out unless you absolutely positively have. Okay. Any more stations wishing to check in the Friday Night Fun at this time, please call now. Okay, any more stations wishing to check in the Friday Night Fun at this time before I proceed to close this net down? Okay, I hope you enjoyed the Friday Night Fun as much as I enjoy bringing it to you every Friday night. Be sure you tell your mothers, your fathers, your sons and daughters, your brothers and sisters, your aunts and uncles, your nieces, your nephews, your grandparents, your in-laws, your neighbors across the street, down the street, next door. Be sure you tell your butcher, your baker, your candlestick maker. Be sure to tell the clerk behind the checkout counter at your grocery store. Be sure to tell the clerk behind the counter at your convenience store. Be sure you tell your waiters, your waitresses, and your bartenders at your friendly neighborhood bars, restaurants, taverns, or pubs. Be sure you tell the clerk behind the counter at your local post office when you go pick up your mail or mail a letter or buy stamps or what have you. Be sure you tell your bank teller, your cashier, when you go to your local bank to withdraw money, put in some money, or write a check or what have you. Be sure you tell your priests, your ministers, your rabbis, your mullahs, your ayatollahs, or your imams. Be sure you tell the members of your local PTA or PTO, your used car dealer, your new car dealer, your garage mechanic. Be sure you tell your probation officer, your parole officer, your divorce lawyer. Be sure you tell your boyfriends, your girlfriends, your ex-boyfriends, your ex-girlfriends, your husbands, your wives, your ex-husbands, your ex-wives, your ex-in-laws, and of course your old ladies about the Friday Night Fun. More check-ins and better than that, make sure you have valid FCC license. for you chickens. Sorry, folks, we do not take chickens from jailbirds, jammers, potty mouths, crackheads, jokeheads, pondheads, telemarketers. If you sit in the clubhouse, take a knee or clench your fist when the U.S. national anthem is being played, we don't take your chickens. You don't bag the blue, we don't take your chickens. That's just plain old all there is to it. Okay, there being no, this concludes our main business for the evening. This is the last call. For any stations who want to check in the Friday Night Fun Night for Maine, we're in the region. Without traffic, please call K9GCR. Last call for Ratchet Joe. Okay, there being no further business, this concludes the Friday Night Fun Night for Friday, January 23rd, 2026, with an unofficial count of 32 check-ins. And I'm now going to close down this net, return to repeat the frequency normal at radio use at exactly 10:08 p.m. Central Standard Time, 4 hours, 8 minutes Zulu time with an unofficial count of 32 check-ins. And I'm going to close this net the way I opened it up. CQ Winterfield Day, CQ Winterfield Day. This is Whiskey 9 Foxtrot, Whiskey 9 Foxtrot, Winterfield Day. CQ Winterfield Day, CQ Winterfield Day. Whiskey 9 Foxtrot, Whiskey 9 Foxtrot, Winterfield Day. 2 Alpha Illinois, no, correct. 2 Alpha California, please copy 1 Hotel Illinois, QSL. 7 degrees, good luck. Okay, 7 degrees, this is K9GCR, close down this Friday Night Fun Net at 10:09 p.m. Central Standard Time, 4 hours, 9 minutes Zulu time. Unofficial count 32 check-ins. This is K9GCR wishing 7 degrees to all, and to all a good night. K9MAP Kerry, if you're listening, the net lasted 2 hours, 9 minutes, with an unofficial count of 32 check-ins. Maybe more than be at. K9GCR, be clear.